What's up, my little soda pop? Calamity here, and today's video is about the new Spiral Abyss I just reset. This is the one that includes KRAI enemies and bosses. I'll walk you through how to get past them with relative ease. It depends on what characters you have, honestly. But let's talk about the blessing first. Pretty straightforward. Do a Hydro reaction, get a shockwave of true damage every 2 seconds. So Vaporize is going to work here, Electro Charged, obviously, Bloom, Freeze, any Hydro related reaction. For floor 12, for the first half, they really want you to bring your Inefa here, because you're going to get a big boost to your damage. Electro Charge damage gets 200%, Lunar Charge damage gets 75%. And the second half, this is where you would bring your Lauma, because she will get 200%, or the Bloom will get 200% damage, Lunar Bloom will get 75% increased damage. So if you have one of the, limited characters from before, or you pulled for Lauma now, or you're getting Flynn's in the future, this is where you would use them. This is perfect for them. Big damage increase. Now, I don't have any of those characters. I don't have Inefa. I don't have Lauma. What do I do? And the answer is to bring some sort of taser team for the first half. It is going to make your life easier, but if you don't have one, try to set up a way that you can do the electro charge reaction. Like, for example, you might have seen for the cactus boss, you could still use a DPS like Arlecchino. You just have to bring, like Official and a Jing Cho so that they can do electro charge on the shield. Speaking of the cactus guy, that's exactly who's in the first chamber. So if you guys don't remember him, he gets a shield with the hat phase, and you need to destroy it with electro charge. It's the way to do it fast and efficiently. For Chamber 3, you're also going to need Electro Charge to deal with the Knuckle Duckle. That's one of the new bosses from KRAI. We'll talk more on it when we get to the chamber. So yes, Electro Charge is going to help you make this a lot easier than it needs to be. I also highly recommend you bring one very strong healer for the Radiant Moonfly. Alright, so this is the team I use for the first half. It's a Raiden Taser-ish team with Jean. You don't have to replicate it exactly, just use who you got, right? Like if you don't have, Farina, then use Yelan. There's also other healers you can use, Siegewind, Kokomi, Jingcho is fine. If you don't want to use them, you can bring in like Fischl or something. There's a lot of options. Be flexible, experiment. For the second half, you might be going, ew, Natlan team, gross. Well, it doesn't have to be a Natlan team, thankfully. You can use whoever you want. Like, who's your best DPS? For me, it's my Malvika team, or Malvika team, excuse me, my Natlan team, because it does a lot of damage. Bring whoever does a lot of damage for you. It could be a Nuvolette, it could be a Mualani team, it could be, obviously, if you pulled for the Bloom team, there you go, you put your Bloom team in there, you could use Navia. It doesn't matter who you use, just if you are using Nuvolette though, you are gonna have a hard time with the Hydro Tulpa. Just giving you a heads up there, but the rest, pretty easy. And with that being said, let us begin. Alright, I got pretty bad buffs, but that's okay. I didn't even swirl with Jean properly. This is a bad rotation. Let's just keep going though. I'm juggling this Mirror Maiden like a video game character, or a fighting game. Okay, as soon as Hat Boy spawns, or Cactus Boy spawns, he's gonna go in the Hat phase. Remember, he can move, and he will switch around like this. Keep track of him. Just keep doing Electro Charge. Once you do break that shield, it's a pretty much straightforward fight. There's not much else to say here. Just kill the dude as fast as you can. You might be looking at this time and going, wow, that's pretty slow. I know. That's why I needed a strong team. on the second half. And that, for me, that's my Malvika. Like I said, bring your own DPS for the second half. It doesn't have to be Malvika. It could be your Skark team, could be your Nuvolette team, again, but you are going to go against the Hydro Tulpa. So maybe not Nuvolette, but there's plenty of options out there. Anywho. Two Water Boys, and then the Hydro Tulpa. Not much to say about him. I mean, this is not a new boss, obviously. Just as a reminder, look for the mini ones. Be mindful if the boss is gonna dive away. So now we know we're safe for now. We're gonna spawn the small one. Oops. Is he gonna go away? Let's see. Yep. There we go. We waited. And that's why we wait. There you go. Chamber 1 complete. That's why I recommend bringing your best DPS so you can clear that second half as fast as possible. You're Bloom though, you're chilling. That was probably a breeze for you. Alright, second chamber. This one's probably the hardest in my opinion. You are gonna fight one of the new bosses from KRAI. It's like this gigantic moth. Even if you fought it in the overworld and you're like, it's easy, it's a piece of cake. It's gonna start off immediately going into the moth part of it, like its moth form, when it grows wings. And when it does this, it'll hit you and it'll put a debuff on you that makes you lose all of your crit rate, basically. And you need to heal your characters up to max in order to get rid of the debuff. So that's why I said you need to bring a strong healer with your Electro Charge team. So that's why we brought Jean. She can bring up everyone to full with her burst. For that though, you gotta deal with these guys. Not much to say about the rogues. Just don't be too far. Save your burst. Wait for the wings to spout out. Right now we have the debuff. We're not doing any crits right now. Much to say, just keep your characters healed up as best as you can. Another thing I probably should have done in that last chamber was switch Farina to her healing mode. Like seriously, you want to get your characters healed up as fast as possible to minimize your downtime with the debuff. So that was my mistake there, but we ended up getting it like at 8:20, 8:15. Probably could have saved myself a lot more time if I switched to healing mode. Anyway, second half. Not much to say here either. It's just pairs of enemies. So bring whoever you want and just deal with them. Shouldn't be too hard for you at this point. Just Rift Wolves. We've seen them a bajillion times. There's the robots from Fontaine. Nothing new. Don't really have any other advice for you other than just Win. Win as fast as you can. These guys are also not new. From Sumeru. There we go. And both of them are all dealt with. Luckily, that's why it's okay if your first half goes a little bit slow. The second half isn't too bad. It really depends on your team here, but any AoE team is going to have an easy time on the second half, so should not be a problem at all. Just that first half, dealing with the debuff can really set you back. Now here's the last chamber, and like I said, you need to bring Electro Charge because this is the Knuckle Duckle that we're going to fight, and this is a boss that's going to summon a lot of little like robots, and you have to use Electro Charged on them so that they turn on its creator and they destroy his shield. If you ignore the robots completely, the boss is basically super tanky and has a bunch of resistances to all elements. So unless you're a whale, it's not going to be possible just to brute force it. Let's go ahead and begin. Oh yeah, I forgot. You do have to fight a new Fatui enemy. But she's nothing special, so we're just gonna get through it. Okay, there you go. AoE is gonna be very helpful here. Go for the robots. Do not even bother hitting the boss. Seriously, just go for the little ones. When you have all the robots go for the boss, they all go for him, destroy his shield, and stun it like this. Now is your time to do big boy damage. It won't really do much after that whole gimmick. It's just like a regular boss fight at this point. So, not much to really say. Just damage it. Watch the punching barrage. There we go. Alright, that one was a little slow, I'll admit. Alright, I kind of screwed up on the second half. This is my skill issue kind of thing. But basically, my Silali can't burst off cooldown, and that's not good. So we need to build up her energy. I'm going to end up losing like 20 seconds doing this. Maybe like 15, 20 seconds. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, we kinda got it. There we go. Whoa. If you can get all three, that's pretty good, but if you can't, try to at least get two. That's why Malvik is great, right? Like, we don't need that much time, and... Well, okay, don't mess up like me. Hold up. There we go. Okay, so that is the Spiral Abyss. It is pretty tricky the first time around. I would say once you understand the boss's gimmicks, it's not too terrible. It did take me a while to figure it out on my own, so I mean, that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you figure it out so you don't have to get frustrated all the time. And with that being said, I'm gonna show you the character builds and we out of here. Alright, first up is riding Shogun. There you go. Slow down the video, pause if you need to. He's using the Staff of Homeless. Emblem of Severed Fate. Sorry, I forgot the name for like a second. Energy Recharge Sands, Electro Damage, bonus Goblet, crit rate Circlet. All the good stuff. She's at C0, 7, 9, and 10. Arena, level 90. I would love to get her to 100. I can't. Signature weapon, artifacts is golden, true. Bad substats, don't look at it. It's terrible. C0 and 6, 10, and 10. Jing Cho, same build since forever, but you know, just in case it's your first time watching, he does have the sack sword. Refine at 5, Emblem of Severed Fate. Take a look, sees that is artifacts. There you go. C6, of course. 2, 9, and 12. Now, Jean, we gotta talk a little bit. You guys are gonna be mad at me, I know. Festering Desire, this is an event weapon from way back in the day, but I mean, you could just give her something like a Livonius sword or a sack sword, and it's like the same thing. Because I'm not using this for the elemental skill damage and crit rate. No, I'm just using it for the energy recharge, and because I was lazy to level up another Livonius sword. That is literally it. And she's using the Veridescent Veneer, the VV set, built for attack and a little bit of annual damage bonus and crit damage. I don't know why, but I did it. Here's where we need to talk. I know y'all are looking at me going, "Ugh, you traitor." Hear me out. Yes, I was getting benefit from C2. This is probably the one. Yes, you can make that argument. You suck, Panda. You use C2 Jean. I will make a counter argument that, hey, Jean's an old character. She's been in the game since launch. There's chances that maybe you have a constellation in 2 of her. And not to mention, you get a free 5-star in this update. And Jean is one of the characters you can give a constellation to. Just saying, if you think this constellation is that worth it, feel free. I have lost so many 50-50s getting this. So, it's not like I wanted to C5 my Jean. C1 did not really benefit me that much because I did not use the hold version of her skill very often. C3 and C5, yes, you know, a little bit more damage on her skill, sure, a little bit more a little bit more healing on her burst, sure. Were they game changing? Not really. This did not benefit me at all because, well, I guess you could argue with the burst and the skill, but I wasn't using an Animo main DPS like Wander or Xiao or anything to take advantage of this. It was just Ryan Shogun and a bunch of Hydro characters. So, in my defense, only Jean herself got a bit of a damage increase, but she's not built as a DPS. She's just built as a healer. Anyways, 3, 11, and 11 for talents, and there's me being honest with you on my Jean build. I was lazy to use a different healer. Alright, you guys wanted to see it, but you guys aren't gonna like it. This Bennett, level 90. I hope I did the character sheet for the other characters. Sorry if I didn't. Anyways, pause or slow down the video. Skyward Blade is a standard banner weapon in my defense, if you don't like it. Noblesse Oblige. Keep the terrible stats. P6. Not that it matters with Raiden Shogun. Remember, she doesn't get her attacks converted when she's using her burst. 1, 8, 12. Bam, bam. Signature weapon. Yep. I know. It's disgusting. You hate it. Someone made fun of my Malvika's artifacts before. Go ahead and make fun of them again, because I haven't really changed anything. C0, 6, 9, and 9. Swoosh. Signature weapon, yep. I know. How could I? Defense, energy percentage. Pause the video, slow it down. C0, 8, 10, 8. Last but certainly not least, Grandma. There There you go with the signature weapon again. Yep, I got literally all of their signature weapons back in Outland. There you go. Elemental Mastery. 2-0. 3910. That's my Outland team. Feel free to use whoever you want. Again, I did think this Spiral Abyss was kind of annoying, but it's just because there's new bosses and new gimmicks to deal with. Once you understand how they work, build a team around it, and you'll do fine. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll do my best to try to help you out. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.